today we have moved into the next lesson. We have already completed Coulomb's law, its vector form, superposition theorem, and even I had solved your doubts in our Accentus WhatsApp group. Whatever you had from Coulomb's law, those were only board based. Let me tell you one thing, that right now in this lesson, whatever I'll tell you, I'll teach you is based on the fact which related to your board exam, like CBSE, IEC and state board exams. The entrance part I am not going to stress much, because I will do after completing this section. Already we have completed Coulomb's law and its vector form and other things, and today in this lesson we'll be completing electric field and electric dipole. So after completing these things, we will be having a special session with respect to the problems which came in IIT, in JEE Advanced, JEE Mains, NEET and all these state level entrance exams for engineering or medical, and that we'll do in a special class which will be after this lesson. Alright, so let me elaborate. Electric field that we want to know. What is field? In physics we say field is a space, a domain or a particular region where a particular characteristic is dominating. Like right now we all are under the domination of gravitational field, and that's why we have weight W equals to mg. But when we talk about the electric field, it is having a specific definition, and it says like this, that it is the amount of force experienced by a unit positive charge. Unit positive charge means 1 coulomb, because that is the basic unit of charge. So unit positive charge, when it is placed inside an electric field, the amount of force it experiences, that is the magnitude of electric field for that point charge. Now in the definition you might get confused, that is, in the definition of electric field we are already mentioning that whenever it is the amount of force experienced by a unit positive charge when it is placed inside electric field. So we have the word electric field in the definition of electric field, because what does this electric field means? Because we already have placed a charge in a particular region, say here, and this charge is securing a particular domination surrounding it, and whenever we are bringing a test charge into that dominated place or region or domain, then it will experience a force, and that force is designated as the magnitude or the expression for electric field, right? So we have this expression, E equals to, force means Coulomb's law, Q1 Q2 by R square. We have taken a test charge of Q0, right? So E equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q0 into 1. Why it is 1? Because unit positive charge by R square, which is the radial or the distance where it is kept from the origin of the electric field, where the actual test charge was placed and where the unit positive charge is placed. The distance between them is R. It can be even a position vector, and vector form I'll come. So this is the expression. Q0 is the test charge due to which that electric field was dominating, where we brought the unit positive charge. The unit of electric field is Newton per coulomb, because this is the expression of force actually, where we have taken one charge to be unit. So we actually, suppose it is very difficult, like unit positive charge may not be found, so we may bring a charge which is more, say 10 coulomb. So what I do, we calculate the force with respect to this 10 coulomb, and then we divide that force with 10 coulomb. So that's why we have given this unit Newton per coulomb, and this is the, you can see this is the dimensional formula for electric field. You should write it in your class book. It is written there, I have already written. So this is the expression. Now since it is a vector quantity, because it is a force, so we need to have what? We need to have a vector form. Now you can easily write, if you want to write electric field in vector form, it will be like this: 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q0 by R square, which can be a position vector or something, and we have a unit vector notation which is signifying the direction of electric field. Now let me tell you how to find the direction of electric field. Direction, how we are going to find the direction of electric field is very simple. In the way, suppose we have a positive charge, that means the charge which is creating the space of domination, creating the region where the electric field is present. If it is a positive charge, then electric field lines will be away from the charge. That means it will go away from the charge. That means it is towards another charge. Sure? Good. If we have a negative charge, the direction will be towards the charge. It means the electric field lines will try to converge towards the negative charge. So for a positive charge, it is away from the positive charge. For negative charge, it is converging towards the positive charge. The direction I was talking of electric field, which was signified here with this particular unit vector notation. So this is the basic expression for electric field or electrostatic field, or the basic expression for electric field is this. Now this is not sufficient because we haven't just know nothing about electric field. We have just come across the concept. Okay, this is it. Fine. So this is the expression we have for electric field. This is the vector form, this is the magnitude, this is the unit, and this is the dimensional formula, and this is the general convention for directions with respect to the charges placed in the domain. I mean that is creating the electric field. This is the general convention for directional aspect of electric field. These are the very preliminary ideas with respect to electric field. Now we are going more deeper into this subject. So I was telling you about that we have to know more about the electric field, and that is what we'll start with here. You can see, right? I have written this with respect to the unit of electric field was Newton per Coulomb. So I am writing this E equals to F by Q. So Coulomb's force by the charge which we have brought into the space where the electric field was dominating. So if I divide it, we can get the electric field. So in this way, try to understand one thing. Whatever we have covered in Coulomb's law, electric field will follow the same particular concept for solving numericals with respect to find out electric field, because it is nothing but a force, and force, how to calculate force, electrostatic force through Coulomb's law, that we know. We even know the superposition principle, so we can find out for more than two charges also. So this is the expression. Now there is a necessity to know that not only for a single charge, but we can also calculate electric field for distribution of charges. And for this particular thing, we have to know few things more, which is not related to electric field, but it is about the distribution, the nature of distribution of charges. Now what is this? First is, we can distribute a charge like a line. So we call it linear. We call it linear. So this is a linear distribution. We can have electric field here. We can have some force which is being exerted by this, line charges. And for that we have a new constant or new physical quantity which is known as linear charge distribution, or it is called linear charge density. Linear charge density denoted by the letter lambda. What is this? It is the total amount of charge per unit length. You can also write dl actually. So per unit length. Okay, so this is the length. So per unit length, whatever charge is residing there, that is called linear charge density. The unit is Coulomb per meter. We can also have a surface, like we have distributed on a surface. The charges were distributed on a surface, linear surface. It is laminar. Okay. So in that case, we have also designated a symbol called sigma, which designates surface charge density. I repeat, surface charge density, and that is equal to Q by area. that means the surface area. So unit is coulomb per meter square. Do write these things in your classwork. I said about linear charge density, which is the amount of charge spread over a line, and it is designated as by the letter lambda. This is surface charge density, where the charges are distributed over a surface, and this is the last one called volume charge density or volume distribution of charges. You can see here we have a 3D diagram, and that is constant is known as rho, which is the volume charge density, which is Q by volume. So unit is coulomb per meter cube. Now for all these things, all these type of charge distribution, we definitely have the expression for electric field, yes. And what was the expression? Let me write it here. Say for the linear charge density. Okay, so what I am going to write, E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. It was Q naught or whatever, test charge or something, by R square. But right now we do not have a Q, we have Q's. We have a charge distribution. So how to write Q? You can easily find out. Q is lambda into dl. So we write lambda dl. Okay, sure. And by whatever R square, and also you have to give a unit vector. If you want to write for the surface, what you want to write? What you write here? It will be, tell me, yes, it will be sigma ds, right? So for everything, for volume it will be rho dV, because Q, you want to replace Q, and Q is this one. Now later on I will show you problems where you will understand this more. So did you understand what I told you? For the expressions for this type of distribution, for linear, for surface, for volume, for everything, we can replace the expression with the corresponding physical quantities. For linear it is lambda dl, fine. So what it will be for surface? It will be sigma ds. What it will be for volume? It will be rho dV. Okay, so for volume charge distribution, the E will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught rho dV by R square, and the unit vector along the direction of electric field. It's just like that. You can easily calculate these things. Okay, sure, you have understood, right? This is nothing. I'll show you examples after after a few minutes. I'll show you how to calculate, because we have such problems in our syllabus. So here we go. I was telling you that I'll show you some problem with respect to the distribution of charges. So we have taken a linear distribution. Here we have taken a rod of length L where a lot of charges are present. We have no idea the total distribution, and we want to calculate the electric field at point P and the rest of the distances and other things. We have taken an elementary section of the rod which is designated at dx, you can see, and we have taken the point P at a distance x from dx, and the rest of the constants are written. Okay, so let us solve this problem now. We have explained you, you have understood what we are trying to do. We have a rod with a lot of charges. We do not have a single charge, we have a distribution of charge over the rod of length L, and we want to calculate the electric field at P. So here, as you can actually see, that we are now interested to find the electric field for distribution of charges. We do not have a single charge in space. Great. So let us take for dx, if I want to write the electric field at P, I mean, let's say we have only dx, we do not have anything. So what we are going to write? We will take also elementary field, so dE, and that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So we have to calculate this dx. So let's say the charge present at dx is dq, and the distance is x, so x is square. And the direction, if you think it is along, just if you are showing your vector conventions, the unit vector, you can directly write I cap. no issue, you can understand why it is I cap. I am assuming these are all positive charges, so it will be away. I told you, for positive it is away, for negative it is towards. Fine. So this is what. Now we have to think about this dq. What is dq? Again, it was lambda dl, or lambda here it will be dx. Lambda is the linear charge density. Okay, good. So let us write. So dE, since we are using the vector, so let us write with the conventions. So dq equals to lambda dx by x square and I cap, no issue. So now I am interested to find out the electric field for the whole thing. I mean this whole rod. We are no more interested for only dx. We are interested to find the whole expression. So how we proceed? We have to integrate. So what I am going to write? Lambda by 4 pi epsilon naught integration dx by x square. Now, my beloved students, we have to specify the limit. Sure. Now, from where to where this dx can extend, that is very important with respect to the point P. Very good. Now, dx with respect to the point P is the expression that we want to know, that P is the point where we want to calculate the electric field and dx is the elementary portion. Now we want to know the whole thing. So what are the limits? The limit will be from here to here, right? From this point till this point we have to integrate. Okay, so we have all the distances written on the board. So what we will write, we'll give the units in this fashion. We'll write here a, the small lower limit is a, because from here to here it is a, and from here to here it is L plus a. So you can easily find out that what will be the expression for this particular thing. You can easily find out the integration, and what is that? Lambda by 4 pi epsilon naught, and we have 1 by x minus, because this is x to the power minus 2, so integration, and we have limits like this, and I cap was the direction. Very good. Let me solve. So E is lambda by 4 pi epsilon naught, and there was a negative sign here, so let me reverse the limits, so let us write like this: 1 by a. I am writing this before because I am taking the negative sign common, so they will cancel each other, and it will be 1 by L plus a, L plus a, and the unit vector will remain the direction. So calculate the whole thing here. So what I can write? Lambda by 4 pi epsilon naught. So what it is? It is lambda L and 1 by so we have calculated the expression. Simple. Any confusion till now? Okay. We can clear our doubts in our WhatsApp group later on. After this lesson is over, you will study and then we will come up with your doubts. No issue. So here, this is the expression. We have got lambda L by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by a into L plus a. Great. Fine. What next? The next is a very interesting thing, and that is, we can say if this point is far, if this point is here or beyond this, far. Okay, so what is going to happen? Mathematics is a very tricky one. Like if this point is very far, then I can say that A is much greater than L. So if A is much greater than L, then we can omit this L plus A. So we can say L plus A will tends to A, and then the expression comes to 1 by lambda L 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by A square. Can you understand what it is? It is an expression. Lambda into L is the total charge here. Lambda is the linear charge density, into length is total charge, which can be something capital Q, whatever you want to take. So Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by A square. That means it is an expression which definitely similar to a point charge, electric field due to a point charge. So you can ultimately have convergent to an expression which is electric field due to a point charge when this point is far, and then this whole charge distribution will act like a single charge. But when it is near, it will act like this. I'll show you another one.
So here comes the second problem. I already did with the rod, the linear arrangement. Now we have a ring. Here also we have a ring distribution of charge, and we want to know the electric field at the point on the axis of this particular ring, which is at P at a distance x from the center O, as you have drawn in the diagram. You can see in the picture. And here also we'll go with lambda. So lambda equals to Q by 2 pi r, because total circumference or the length of the ring is 2 pi r. R is the radius of the ring. And so if we are taking an elementary section, it's marked as dl. So if dq is the amount of charge at dl, then that is equal to lambda into dl. So from here we can just draw the elementary electric field at P due to dl, which is dE, as marked along the direction of PA. You can see in the diagram, and that is dE equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq by A square, because A is the distance from P to dl. Now due to the symmetry, well, you can see that this DE is making an angle theta vertically opposite. In the diagram is mentioned. So symmetry, the resultant field will be along x-axis. So we are taking only DEX, the x component. The y component, due to the symmetry of the ring, they will cancel each other. That means the sign component, they will cancel each other. There will be some electric field upward, and similar electric field will be downward, and they will cancel. But all the fields along x-axis or the horizontal component, they will lie along the positive x-axis, which is DEX, and that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught lambda dl by A square into cos theta, the component, and cos theta is equal to x by A. Now you can just replace this and want to calculate the total field, so we have to integrate dl. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught lambda by A square integration dl, cos theta is x by A, that we have replaced. And then we are replacing this A thing. Okay, we have A square, we also have A inside the integration, we'll take it out. So finally the expression will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught lambda x by A cube, and since A is equal to square root of r square plus x square, so final expression for A cube is coming as r square plus x square whole to the power 3 by 2, and integration dl is as it is, and the integration of dl will be 2 pi r, because it is the total length of the ring. So you can understand, I hope. So E equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught lambda into 2 pi r divided by r square plus x square whole to the power 3 by 2. So from here we have derived an expression that electric field due to this ring at point P is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught qx by r square plus x square whole to the power 3 by 2. This is the another expression to find out the expression for charge distribution over a particular space. So similarly you can try out for a ring we have done, so you can try out for a circular disc. If you have trouble later on, I'll solve this in our Accentus WhatsApp group. Okay, so hope this is clear, right? Now we'll move into the next part. Okay, next part is electric dipole. That part will move into, so keep watching. All right, thank you.